Hello, my name is Kevin Din, and I will be showing you how I completed Week 15's coding assignment. In this assignment, I will be showing you how I included my methods in my controller class and my service class and implementing my DAO interfaces. To get started in my controlling package, I created a few methods to post, put, get, and to delete. The methods that I created was to add an employee, add a customer, to get all pet stores, get pet store with ID, and to delete pet store by ID. In my service classes, I added my two interfaces that I created, the employee DAO interface and also the customer DAO interface. And I also added methods to save employee, to find or create employee, find employee by ID, copy employee fields, save customer, add pet store to customer, find or create customer, find customer by ID, copy customer fields, retrieve all pet stores, retrieve pet store by ID, and finally, delete pet store by ID. I also include the @transactional read only to equal false or true, depending on my intended method. For methods that are just retrieving information, I made sure to only put read only equals true, but however, if I'm manipulating the data, I will put read only equals false. To get started, I'm going to start my application and Spring Boot will boot up. Looks great. Now we'll go over dbeaver and I'll just refresh every table to show that I currently have nothing in the database. And we can get started by posting a few stores. So we'll just create one or two. We'll have the first one, dogs, and then we'll create another one for cats, change up some information just so it's not redundant. We'll do 212, 612, and then we'll post this one. We can see in dbeaver that we have two pet stores with two separate pet store IDs. Next, we'll go over to employee, and we'll create an employee for each of the stores. We'll start first with the dog. We'll have Prince Horton created, and then we will have another employee for the second store. We'll just say Jason. Crack it. Change up the phone number as well. Perfect. And then we'll go ahead and post this. And then if we go ahead and check the employees table, we can see that we have two separate employee IDs to two separate pet store IDs, and we have the information listed: first name, job title, last name, employee phone number. We'll go ahead to the customer table, and we will create a customer we will make it for the second one, and I will show you why in a second. Helen Keller @gmail. We'll go ahead and post this. And then we can see that refresh, we have a customer in our customer table. And if we go over to pet store customer, we can see that our customer ID of 1, which is Helen, shown on the right here, is to the pet store ID number 2, which is cats. Great. Now that we have that information, let's go ahead and get some gets. So we'll go ahead and we'll firstly get one store at a time. So we'll get the first store, we have dogs. We'll get the second store, and then we'll use our method that we created to get all stores. Listed down below, we have store 1, dogs, and store 2, cats. Perfect. That's exactly what we intended. And then finally, we'll go ahead and we will delete a pet store. We're using the delete, and we'll go ahead and delete pet store number 2 that has an existing customer and employee with it. So we'll go ahead and delete. We have a message: deletion of pet store with ID 2 was successful. Let's just clear that. We can go ahead, dbeaver, I'll go ahead and refresh, and cats disappeared. We'll go ahead and check the employees as well and refresh, and Jason should disappear. We'll go ahead to customer and refresh. Helen does not disappear. However, the associated joint table, pet store customer, we can see this one disappear because the pet store was deleted. And that is how I implemented my code for Week 15's coding assignment. This is Kevin Din. Thank you for listening.